With this being Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I want to do a couple of special things, and I do have a special guest. I'm going to introduce him in just a bit, but first I would like to do my shout outs and announcements. So the first shout out is going to go to Seta Trophy. They make custom trophies, plaques, awards, and things like that. I will get the address for you guys next time because I obviously didn't write it down. Don't know why. Just forgot, I guess. But it's a really nice place. Not too expensive, but they're really good, and the turnover is phenomenal. You don't have to wait long. The next announcement I have is about my model calls that I'm having this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It will be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. This will be an outside audition. I'm looking for about 25 females, 10 males, and about 5 kids to join me for a fashion show that I'm doing in February. It will be at 17218 Tarkenton Avenue. And just come right up under like a little gazebo thing. You'll see it. I have signs and stuff. You guys will see it. So come on out. The next announcement I would like to make is also this Saturday, the GABB presents a Haunted Halloween Cabaret Party. And that is from 6:30 to 10:30. It's at Dante's Multicultural Center on 5437 Broadway Avenue. You have music by DJ Footer. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. You must have a mask, and you can contact one of these numbers for tickets: 216-322-4671. That's a text only. And then you have 216-832-8793, 216-318-9837, or you can just contact Siobhan Jordan on Facebook. This is going to be a very nice event, costume for adults only, so you guys should come out, check that out. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce my special guest. His name is Shawn Hartnick. Am I saying that right? I never said your last name.
Hartnick is right.
Okay.
Hartnick is right.
I never said his last name. Yeah. But Shawn, I met Shawn in 2011.
Yes.
And when I can tell you, he was such a mentor to me. I mean, I can't describe the things that Shawn has done for me that he doesn't even know that he's done for me. When I met Shawn, my self-esteem was very, very, very low. I was just fresh out of my domestic violence relationship. And Shawn could see something wasn't right with me. Out of everybody there, Shawn could see it. And I know he could see it. So God drawn us to each other for him, I feel, to help me. Even by him just saying, you need to look in the mirror every single day and tell yourself that you're beautiful. That helped me because I was so used to holding my head down. I was so used to being belittled that the word beautiful wasn't in my vocabulary for myself. It would be times where Shawn will call me on the phone. Do you remember that, Shawn?
Absolutely.
And when I tell you, this man will give me chills just by his words, and that's how I knew his words was just genuine. His words would give me chills. He helped me in so many ways, and I really, really appreciate this man. I have love for him that he probably don't even know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I really, really love you, Shawn.
And I love you too.
You are like a father.
Wow.
Without being my father.
Wow.
I know it's hard to say that, but I feel more comfortable if I really had a situation I would feel more comfortable talking to you rather than any other.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff that I've been holding in, and I I feel like Shawn knew that, and we just recently had a conversation, and just gave me chills all over again. So without further ado, here is Shawn Hartnick. I want him to introduce himself and tell you guys more about Shawn.
Well, I think you said enough. I am Shawn. I guess I could be your father, right?
No, it looks good, y'all. It look good. Don't look good.
Well, I'm a father. I am a public speaker. I'm in sales. I'm in the ministry. God has been great to me. I thank God every single day that when I wake up, there's a mission that he sends me on. And that mission is to help and whomever I can give a good word to. Either clients of mine or people like yourself or family members and even encouraging myself. And that's very important in today's world. We have to encourage ourselves and make sure that we are on task because you never know the assignment that we're going to be on to help others.
Right,
So,
right.
me as a person, I live every day like everyone else, and I'm humble in wherever I am. I do command wherever I walk in.
Yes.
I thank God for that. He gives me that strength, and that's why I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here because you invited me, and I'm here to talk with you.
Well, I felt like when we talked back in 2011, and then how we had a talk just recently, I felt like he was saying, "You're not done with me yet." And
Who, me or God?
God was telling you
Oh,
that you wasn't done with me yet.
okay.
Like you said, I thought that I was doing good. I thought I was, but Shawn seen right through
Oh.
it. Seen right through it. And after that conversation, which was phenomenal, by the way,
Thank you.
I was like, I looked up. I said, "Okay, I see what you're saying. He not done with me. He know I need that." It took a very, very long time for me to find a church that I was comfortable in. I felt like people say it was more the devil. But after my grandmother passed, she was the one I go to church with. She was the one that got me in choir. She is the reason I know and believe. But after she passed away, I was lost. Because no other family member of mine went to church. So I lost my ways. But God had that path for me because he was like, we ain't taking you this way. We're going to keep you on this straight and narrow. But every time I went to go and try to step into a church, it was like something was holding me back. I couldn't do it.
I believe, Angela, that church is good. And I truly believe church is where we go to fellowship with other believers. Having a relationship is what God wants from us. And when we have that intimate relationship with him, you'll feel so much better.
Yeah.
And you'll understand better. So when you walk into that sanctuary, the sanctuary will become your dwelling place, and it'll be you and God.
Yes.
Amongst the people, but just you and him. So
Yes.
remember that.
I do. I will remember that. And it got to a point where I finally did find a church. And I was going every Sunday. I got baptized. And then after that, I felt pressured because people were coming at me, because now I have gotten baptized. Now they want me to take all of these classes, and that kind of scared me and I'm not going to tell any tales. It kind of pushed me away, not from him, but from the church, because every time I went there, it was a constant reminder. Oh, you need to take these classes, and I'm like, okay, I believe in him. I talk to him. I know I'm one with him.
Yes,
but
you are.
will I be punished for not knowing these scriptures? I don't know if I really want to know the scripture. I'm not good with that.
God is not a God of punishment. He's God of love. And when you understand that God loved us unconditionally, and man is the one that put the pressure on us, and he's the one that make us feel as though if we don't do this, if we don't do that, if we don't learn this scripture, if we don't pray this way, if we don't walk in the church this way, if we don't act this way, then God is going to be mad at us. And he got his arms folded looking down, and he's going to get you for what you said last year and how you did 16 years ago. I mean, God is love. Don't ever forget that. God is love. And God loved you more than you love yourself.
Yes.
So accept the love and understand the love. And once you understand the love, Angela, matter of fact, your name have angel in it.
Yes.
God has a special assignment for you. That's love, don't you think?
It is. It is.
That's great love.
And I know you would help me more with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know you help me more with that.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to ask Shawn a couple of questions. Just just a couple of questions on the topic of, abuse. I just really want to know, when it comes to abuse, what are your thoughts? Whether, if it's, you can speak on whatever, mental, physical,
I used to get very, and I'm not going to say used to, I get very angry at abuse, because abuse is not a good thing. Anyone that have gone through abuse that's not a good thing, and because it brings on tragedy. It really truly does. And your mental, your physical, your mindset, all. But I've learned to have compassion for the abuse and the abuser, because that abuser had been abused
in
themselves.
some type of way.
So you have to understand that, go to the root and understand it had to start somewhere. So we need to get more help in that area, especially in our community. And we don't get that. We push it to the side. We're embarrassed. We don't want to talk about it. Hush, hush. No, let's not talk about that. And we find a lot of that in our families. And I really hate to say, in our black families.
Yes.
And we really need to come out of the closet, and we need to truly get some mental help with that.
Yes.
And we need to understand that without the help, we're going to stay where we are.
Yes.
So
now, Shawn, do you agree? This is not a question on here, but do you agree? Because I know in my generation, I'm still young, but me growing up, I didn't see what I see now. And I see a lot of younger males walking straight up to women and just hitting them straight in the face. How do you think, how can this generation, because it seems like it just keeps going downhill, and how do you think how do you think we can lift this back up?
we can lift it back up by me as a black male taking responsibility for a black male that I don't know, and going to that black male and talking to that black male and giving that black male an understanding that he is somebody.
Yes.
And he is someone important. And being that he is someone important, he can do what he see me doing. And he don't have to be in the streets because he's on the street. Yes. That mentality again. And when you can get rid of that mentality, then you can start walking on the street without being in the street. I almost said amen, but
Yes. Say that again, though, Shawn. They need to hear that again.
yes.
Say that
Yes.
last line again.
Oh, you can start walking on the street without being in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
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 you can.
yes.
Absolutely.
All right, so we talked a little bit. I was telling you guys how Shawn helped me in ways that no one else could. How many people, Shawn, do you feel like you helped with an abusive situation?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I really, really gotta thank God for the path that He has put me on, and I didn't ask for this path. I really didn't. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask to be on the path to meet people that have been in abusive situations and things of that nature. I don't mind because we all need help in some area. But this is the path that God chose for me, and I become used to it. But to answer your question, there's many of people that I have come across, both, again, in business, both in a spiritual way, family, friends, and you would not believe there are people out there that are in very, very high places that are going through traumatic abuse, and it's still a bother to them. And they wear that smile, but they are crying. Well. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well. Very well. And they wear the smile, but they're crying inside. Yeah. And God has given me that gift to actually see the crying before the smile. See my
crying. Now, you guys do not know this, but Shawn actually brought me and another young lady together, but he didn't know that we already knew each other. Her name is Denise Powers. She was actually on the show, if you guys remember, or go back and watch the previous episodes. And I knew Denise from school, like I stated before. And me and Shawn was talking, and he was telling me about this young lady. He was like, you should talk to her. I need to meet her. And, we just talking, and he gave me her number, and I called her. Lo and behold, we knew each other. Wow. So, and I see from where she started, I didn't see her when she was going through her situation. But again, I knew her in school. So I seen from where she started to where she is now. And
wow, yes, give her kudos. She has come
yes, she has come a long way, and a lot of that is from you.
Wow.
Thank you.
I almost got teary-eyed thinking about that, because that's a deep, oh my goodness, deep story. And her story is phenomenal. Yes. And where she is now. She's now public speaking, motivational speaking.
And she does it well.
Oh my goodness. She has a phenomenal story.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure she told her story on you.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So you guys, if you want to go back and watch it, I believe she was the 4th and 5th episode. Don't take my word for it, though. Just go back and look.
I always tell people that I meet that are in front of me, and whoever had paper and pen, write this down.
Yes, paper and pen, guys.
A problem is a situation that has not been dealt with yet. Let that marinate for a minute. Deal with your problems, and you will not have situations. Deal with them. However you deal with them, deal with them. Get help. Pray to the Lord. Talk to somebody.
Yes.
Go and scream. Go and deal with that problem. Get it out of you. I mean, get it, put it on the forefront. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, understand that these are real, true problems. And if you're not careful, And if you have children or loved ones that are around you, or, break that generational curse. I mean, get it out of the system. Get it out.
Yes.
Get it loose. May it be loosed.
Nice.
From you.
Nice. That kind of answered my next question.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Because we got time for the story now. Yay.
Oh.
But just for you guys to know, that was my next question was, what advice would you give those going through abuse?
Oh, okay.
So
I think I answered it.
Yeah, that's it. In a nutshell, you answered it.
Just go get help.
Yes.
Go and get help. Seek help.
Yes, and like you said, don't be afraid.
Yes.
Somebody will help you. And I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, believe me, because it was a point where I didn't think anybody would, help me.
Yes.
But I got this man right here to help me.
I am here for you. I am.
Just his words, his words give me chills. You guys really don't know. You don't understand.
Wow.
You don't understand.
Wow.
Okay, so I do have a time for a story. I was telling stories last week, or the week before that, last episode. And I'm going to just read it, and then I want you to just basically give your opinion on it,
Not a problem.
Okay, all right. So this story is from a lady named Anna. My first husband was mentally and physically abusive and had sexual addiction problems. I knew before we married about his family history abuse. Once before our marriage, he threatened to kill both of us in a car. I thought his behavior would change once he moved away from his family, and for a very short time it did. Before I gave birth to our first child, twice again he threatened to kill us in the car. After I gave birth, his mental abuse and manipulation, questioning my fidelity, and stalking me. After the birth of our second child, his sexual addiction was ignited, and he began a series of affairs. Depression robbed me of my ready smile. It was like walking on eggshells, but I loved him. His continual physical abuse ceased the day he belted me so hard I lost partial hearing in one ear, and he raped me. Afterwards, he felt remorseful, and I was grateful for the sensation of the physical abuse. Within a month, I saw my children withdrawing from their father. In the final weeks I remained with him, I narrowly stopped him from a sexual advance on our daughter, and watched in horror as he threw a knife at our son. So that's how she ended the story. But how she coped. I spoke up for myself and pointed out his behavior and intolerable. Told him that his behavior was intolerable. I began undertaking activities to relax myself, such as going to the gym, swimming, and learning meditation techniques. I did meditation. That worked pretty good. How did the situation change? My children and I survived and undertook counseling after I demanded my husband to leave the house for good, and I began divorce proceedings 1 year later. I spoke with a psychologist who was working out of college at the time. He encouraged me to understand that I had a lot to offer, and that I should no longer accept manipulation, physical abuse, or intimidation. What would I say to someone who was being abused? It is easy to say get out, but I know what it feels like wanting to give a fifth, sixth, seventh chance. There was a song that Brian Cadd recorded in the 70s, and the words were, "If it hurts to say his name, then baby let me go." It's as simple as that. You deserve to be happy, loved, and fulfilled. It took me a lot of false starts, but eventually I stepped out of the abusive relationship. I am now remarried and enjoying every minute of what a real marriage should be. Don't waste another minute of your life trying to change an abuser. What are your takes on that, Shawn?
That's deep and that's real. But the wife, the young lady, she didn't allow it to hold her back.
Yes.
She found life elsewhere. She remarried. I
Yes.
heard she remarried, and she sought help immediately. I believe
Yes.
during and after. Correct.
Yes.
So again, seeking help and getting help and allowing it to manifest in you, you can move on in life. You can even if she still loved her husband, her first husband, but she didn't allow it to hold her back from loving someone else. That's the beauty of it.
Yes. Yes. And the part that I related to the most in this, and it brought right back the memory, was when she said he hit her so hard that she lost partial hearing in her ear.
Yes.
And I remember that he had did that to me. And so I know how that felt like. The continuous buzzing is this ear that I can't really hear too much out of. And it would bother me because I would, be trying to listen to what someone's saying. I couldn't really hear. And I, tell them like, I can't hear you. What's wrong? You're deaf? And I get, offended like, well, no, I'm not deaf. Someone hit me, but I got tired of saying that, like, because it just keeps bringing it back to me. It was bringing it back.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you mind?
No.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Have you forgiven him?
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I feel I want a genuine apology.
Okay.
I feel like I'm deserving of that. Now that we share a child together, I just don't like the fact that he just act like it never happened. Like it wasn't, like never a factor.
Most abusers do. Yeah. Most abusers, they do. They again, they are somewhere in their life have been abused also. So they feel they need to retaliate, and they retaliate on the ones that they love.
Yeah.
So just understand that forgiveness, and it's easier said than done, like you said earlier. And I'm not expecting you to forgive him today, tomorrow, next year.
Can I forgive him without the apology? Is that
Forgive
something?
him in your heart. That's what counts. Forgive him in your heart, without even expressing it to him. As long as you forgive him. As long as you forgive him. And I know it's easier said than done.
Yes.
Don't tell me.
It's not like I don't hate him. It's just like we learn to cope with each other because, like I said, we still doing a shared parenting plan. And, I want to say up until the point where I got shot at, we were still, wasn't on good terms. It was always something, And from me almost getting shot, I just felt like life is, too short. I shouldn't be I was holding a grudge, but I still feel like there's something missing. Even if he just said, I don't know if it was like his acknowledgement or I feel like something is missing. But I can, hey, how you doing? I can talk to him and everything and things like that. But I can't just, it's something holding me back. I can't figure that out. Yeah.
Wow. We're going to pray on that.
Yes, please. Oh my goodness. So guys, that's almost all the time that I have. I want to just real quick one more time thank Shawn. I do have some things for him. When we start talking, we just talk. But I got him a plaque. Thank you so much. It says, thank you for everything you have done for me physically, mentally, and spiritually. I appreciate you. So this is for you. Oh, you guys see it? This is for you.
Wow, thank you.
And I also got him a t-shirt.
Wow.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to No More Triggers. Don't forget, learn how to control the triggers. Don't let the triggers control you.